Hey, good evening, everyone. How are you? My goodness. My goodness. Hey, Tamara and Linda are here. I see that. Oh, Tamara, I'm sorry to hear baby Akak is still not. Akur has. Oh, they'll get that fixed. I'm going to be confident and say, yeah, they're going to get that fixed. Yes, prayers for the little one is right. How are you guys tonight? I hope you're doing well. I just kind of woke up from a slight nap. I fell asleep. It's been a day. Been a day trying to get ready. Bob's birthday is Saturday, and I had to run into Gig Harbor and do some things. And plus, then Aldo had a little bit of a mishap, and we had to take him to the vet. We don't know quite what's wrong with him. He seems to be fine now. Vet couldn't get him to do what he did, but we'll see. We think he like pulled a muscle in his shoulder or did something. Anyway, he had us worried today. Stressful kind of thing, but he's good now. So yay, yeah. Happy birthday for Bob on Saturday. It will be fun. Um, and I had to make sure I had everything ready for Layla and Lachlan coming this weekend. I don't know when I'll see them because they'll see their other grandparents mainly, and they're flying in tomorrow, but they'll be in Seattle, and it's then Saturday they see their other grandparent. I don't know when I'm going to see them. I don't know when they go back. It's all up in the air. So tonight, I have just a couple stories, and the fun ones I found. I kind of around the theme of family, and I think maybe because I have family coming up, and just because family is, where the people we choose to be part of our family. We have our bucket filler brigade family here, and I just wanted to share these. One of them is a companion to a book that I read, Eyes That Kiss in the Corner. And this is a companion book to it by the same author. And then the other one is 10 Beautiful Things. And I'm not sure if I haven't read that one, but it's short. I might have another one. We'll see how time goes and how my energy is doing. Yay. Yeah. Thanks, Tamara and Linda, both, you guys. So I'm going to kick it off. And yeah. So I think I have Backblaze stopped. I had it quit, and then it kicked back on, and it's not listening to so I have the little thing up there ready to pause it real fast, but now it seems to be in the correct mode. So I'm hoping I got it right. All right. So first story. Here we go. Come back up there. Yeah. Okay. Is called Eyes That Weave the Worlds. Here we go. Oh, it's not going to. There we go. Stay open? Will you stay open? Maybe I can make it smaller. I can't. Here. Oh, whoops. That's a different one. Hang on. Yep. Eyes That Weave the World. Eyes That Weave the World's Wonders. Yeah. Okay. I think it's going to be good. Written by Joanna Ho and with Liz Klinrock and illustrated by Dung Ho. And just the illustrations, the swallows themselves, the ribbons on the end paper page. This was just, so pretty. It says, Dear reader, it's an honor to share this story with you. I remember years ago when I was asked, when was the first time you saw yourself represented in a book? The truth is, until Joanna Ho and I wrote this one together, the answer was never. Being adopted can be joyful and painful, often at the same time. Growing up, I often felt torn by the love of my adoptive family and the loss of never knowing my biological parents. There is no one-size-fits-all story where it comes to adoption. Every adoptee's experience is unique. This book is one adoption story that will hopefully become one thread in the tapestry of adoptee narratives. If you're not adopted but have adoptees in your life, you might feel tempted to say things like, "Oh, you're so lucky you were adopted." But it is important to give space for the different emotions that adoptees feel about their identity. For parents of adopted children, especially those who are transracial adoptees, I hope this book becomes an access point for you to engage with your child about their experience. For the adoptees reading this book, your feelings are valid, whatever they may be. You are the expert in your experience. You are not alone. With love and gratitude, Lib Sohyeon Kleinrock. This is kind of I love this one. Bob is adopted and his sister was adopted also. And I have 5 grandnieces and nephews that are all adopted. And it's just, and mixed race. And it's just a lovely book, I think. Every year, my family poses for pictures, running and laughing and hugging and jumping and standing and squatting and smiling in matching clothes and matching shoes and matching laughter. Except me. No one in my family has eyes like mine. My mom has eyes like ocean waves, lapping at shores of sand that sparkle as they tumble with the tide. Her eyes fill with fire when we wander halls of paintings and portraits, sculptures and scenery. She opens them wide and shares her soul with me in thick brushstrokes and fine lines, dipped in rainbows of color. When Mom looks at me, it's like she sees me for the first time, every time. Her eyes tell me I'm every wish she whispered into the evening air, a masterpiece, more magnificent than the dreams she clung to before I arrived. My dad has eyes like a summer garden, with golden sunflowers bursting between green leaves, always turning toward the light. His eyes bloom bright when we go to his secret spot where the fish bite best, all the fish in the world. Sometimes our lines get crossed. Okay, and I don't know how to untangle every loop. My dad takes my hands. Hang on, you guys. It's on pause. Okay. I'm going to go to here. I'm going to drop this down where I can see it better. And then I'm going to have this open. Nope. Oops, I did it again. Shoot. There. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I can see it. Okay. Some knots bind us with bonds more visible than blood. My parents' eyes don't look like mine, but through them I see a world full of wonder, a world that makes us family. Still, I know somewhere there is someone who has eyes that kiss in the corners and glow like warm tea, just like mine. There are trinkets that traveled with me between lives, stories I've been told. So many times they've become memories I'm not sure are mine. A one-eyed rabbit with a yellow bow I used to match in size. A handmade hanbok with a sea green skirt and sleeves the color of sunrise. A cotton white blanket that wrapped me in warmth as I watched myself rise to the skies. I wonder who and where and why and what if and what happened. All I know for sure is that tears can talk, and they tell me sometimes love must look like letting go. I've learned that eyes are for far more than matching. I have eyes that spin stories and weave the world's wonders. My eyes fill with fire and bloom bright with light that bends through mist and dew. They're silk strands that soak up the sun and shimmer with the hues of hopes and dreams I braid into tales only I can tell. My eyes wrap the yarn of every story I know into the stitches of stories I don't. My questions are eyelets, though, through which I tie the whispered wishes of the past to the fearless designs of my future. My eyes that spin stories and weave the world's wonders are connection. They are mom and dad and people I see in my dreams. They are me, and they are wonderful. I love that. Look at the swallows. Oh, so good. Such a good story. And well, where did that go? What happened? Oh, there I am. Okay. Close that one. And then open, what's this one? There we go. Oh, there it is. Yay. Okay. So, did you guys like that one? Sorry about having to hop back there like that, do what I had to do, but I had to make Backblaze behave. I think I'm going to have to reinstall it because it's just, and that would be a pain. That would be a real pain. Interesting view from a child's viewpoint. Yeah, I turned it off. I tried turning it off altogether and it still wanted to stay on. I did a full on quit on it and it just there. So I have it set to, I'm going to see if I can, yeah, I'll see. We'll get through. Hey, yay, Lupe found you. Yes, Lupe, I've moved to 6 o'clock from 6:30. So I'm not, it's just a little earlier. I just moved there. During the winter, it was just so late and it seemed, but it also seems to be a time that works a little better for me and everything. No, it's my fault, Tamara. You're not having trouble with the internet. It's mine. It's that Backblaze won't quit, and I have it on pause so that it won't run, but it keeps wanting to turn itself on. So let me go do a little, I wonder if I could go into system settings and turn it off there. Backblaze, turn it off. Backblaze, back up right there, and preferences, and nope, okay, it's supposed to be doing what it's doing. Okay, I'm going to move this over here, and then I'm going to move this out here. Yay. Okay, we're good now. So the next story I have is called 10 Beautiful Things. And I may have read this to you once before. I don't think so, but I might have. Yay. And yeah, so it's called 10 Beautiful Things. I think you will like it. Okay. So, okay, it's on it's behaving, supposedly. 10 Beautiful Things by Molly Beth Griffin and illustrated by Maribel Lechuga. Again, like I said, the theme tonight is families and how they're all put together. The illustrations in this are really pretty. I like the colors, how they used it, and the whole. And this is a grandmother-grandchild story, and I just thought it was just beautiful. Lily ran her finger across the Iowa map. An X marked Graham's house. On an empty patch of land, Lily's new home. Graham's car tires hummed against the pavement. Lily felt the vibration in her hollow chest. Let's try to find 10 beautiful things along the way, Graham said. Lily turned her eyes over to the window. There's nothing beautiful here, she said. She struggled to fold the map, so it nestled into itself just right. I did it again. Did I catch it? Pause, back up. Okay, I got it. You may be surprised. And sure enough, at that very moment, the sun broke over the long horizon. Lily gasped. There's number 1, she cried. Right you are, Lily, said Graham. Fence posts rushed past. Graham flipped on the radio, trying to fill the silence. Lily felt the complaints starting in her belly again, coming up around her throat and nearly out her mouth. But then Graham shouted, Number 2! And a wind farm sprouted in the field beside the freeway. Spinning windmill blades gleamed in the morning sun. Lily concentrated on the game and found number 3 real fast, a red-winged blackbird perched on a swaying stalk of last year's corn. It was dark and bright all at once, its beak wide open in a song they couldn't hear. Oops. Yeah. Later, Graham signaled and turned the car onto a smaller road. 2 more highways to go, she said, and Lily popped a handful of crackers into her mouth. But food didn't fill up the hollow places. Graham cracked her window, and in rushed air and the sound and cold. They crossed a bridge, and Graham chose number 4, the gurgly sound of a melting creek. Lily dozed off. She woke up when Graham tapped her knee and pointed out a falling apart barn. That's not pretty, Lily said. That can't count. We're not looking for pretty. We want beautiful, Graham said. So it stood, halfway to 10. At a rest area, Lily bounced out of the car. While Graham stretched her creaky body, Lily picked number 6. The smell of mud, she said, inhaling, and Graham shut her eyes and nodded slowly. It's earthy and rich, she said. I'd never really noticed. Lily breathed in the mud smell and focused on just that. It poured itself into some of the empty spaces in her. Back on the road again, the car seemed smaller. The humming in Lily had stopped, but her legs wanted to sprawl, and her stomach was getting queasy. "We're on a roll now," Graham said, and she was right about that. 7 and 8 were easy. A cloud shaped like a swan, and a little brown calf that trotted beside the fence. Miles and miles later, they turned onto their last road, and the clouds began to draw close. The sky grew dark, and the earth rumbled. Suddenly, the air exploded in bright flashes. Cloud banks traded lightning back and forth, showing off. "Number 9, Lily whispered. There was no room for other words. The storm took up the whole world, and it filled Lily up too. She was here with Graham, and for a whole minute, that was all that mattered. On they drove. Almost there, not far now. When they'd been almost there for a long time, Graham braked, eased the car down a crumbling driveway, and parked in front of the farmhouse. "Here we be," she said, through the drum of the rain. "Home." But we only made it to 9, Lily said, slumping in her seat. "Nope. 10 easy." Graham came around with the umbrella, and Lily stepped out of the car. "We're 10, Graham said, and Lily sank into her familiar hug. None of this was easy. Maybe it would never be easy. But she belonged with Graham now. She belonged here now. This place wasn't empty, and neither was she. I love that one. I love that one. Back. And I had another one. Let's see what you guys are saying first. Oh. This one I think might fit better. Okay. Got it pulled up. Let's see. How to back up that aggressive. Backblaze can be a rather persnickety thing. I'm not quite sure why. I have the preferences set to do what I want, but it's wanting to be, only when I click back up now. I have it set for only when I click back up now. So we'll see what it does for this last one. But there we go. And all right, so let's see what you guys are saying. Hi, Larry. How are you? And Fatima here. That is a tender story. Oh, Sonia had a thing. I missed that. Like I said, it's been a day. So with Aldo not feeling all that great, I don't know what he jumped off the bed this morning, did his normal, and then whenever he wants to go out, he shakes his head. Well, he shook his head and then yelped and screeched like he'd hurt himself. And then he wouldn't shake his head for the rest of the day, and he was kind of half limping, but then he wasn't, and then we thought he was okay, and then you touched where we thought it was something, and he yelped again. So we took him to the vet. The vet tried everything to make him yelp. I mean, moved all the things, not a thing. And now he's fine. He went up and down the stairs. Little dogs. Oh, well, that's the way it is. So, all right, you guys, I have Backblaze frozen. It says it's on pause. It's not working. It's not going to mess me up. So I'm going to go for this third story. And this is a little different. And I didn't know quite where it would fit. The stories about family and adoption. The first one was about adoption, and then this one was about the grandmother that has now the little girl is living with her grandmother. We don't know why, but I think that's the wonder of that story is that um, for any child that's been in that situation or is in that situation, they don't have to have the explain why, because otherwise it won't fit with them. But this way, it fits. This next book is called Crying is Like the Rain. Yeah. And it's a story called A Story of Mindfulness and Feelings. And I thought that it fit well with those other two books. So let's see what happens for us. And I could put I haven't had me on there. Yeah, I forgot to put me on because okay. Crying is Like the Rain. Heather Hawk Feinberg and illustrated by Chamisa Kellogg. Hey, what's going on? Come on. Make it bigger. Do what I want you to do. There we go. And then go back down there. And then there. Okay. Crying is like the rain. One day, I heard someone special say, feelings are like the weather. They come and they go. Well, if feelings are like the weather, then crying is like the rain. Sometimes people wish the rain wouldn't fall. And sometimes people think crying means something is wrong. They might say, shh, or hush, or do something silly to make us laugh. Sometimes they get worried. Other times, crying hurts their ears or makes them feel scared inside. But crying is like the rain. When it's warm outside and the sun is shining softly, the wind is blowing gently and the clouds are wispy and grand, that's when nature is in balance. Then there is a shift. The air becomes too hot or too cold or too dry, and the clouds and the earth send each other messages. A storm is coming. Oops. Some storms are loud and powerful. The sky gets dark and rain pours down. Thunder roars, lightning flashes, and the storm feels like it will never end, though it always does. Some storms are small and mild. The rain may fall even as the sun shines, though the few clouds, through the few clouds in the sky. The rain can be cold and wet and fast, or sometimes it's light and tickling. But when it's needed, the rain always comes. And after the rain pours down, the earth feels fresh and new. When you're worried or upset, scared or lonely, or something deep within feels off balance, there is a storm building inside you. The storm may be big or small. You may feel frustration gathering power like a tornado. You may feel a red-hot anger growing like the lava in a volcano ready to explode. You may feel tidal waves of pressure inside expanding and pushing out like a hurricane. You may feel ready to crack wide open like the ground during an earthquake. You may want to shout like thunder or lash out like a lightning bolt. You may want to sit still and feel blue as if the darkest clouds are hanging over you. Tears help your mind, your heart, and your body feel new, clear, and calm after the storm. We need our tears, just as the earth needs rain. Feelings aren't meant to be kept inside. They're meant to be felt, to flow through us like rainwater. We are not our feelings. Feelings come and go. Have you ever noticed that after a storm ends, the earth feels as if it took a big, deep breath? Then we can search for a beautiful rainbow. It's the same for you and me. Our tears have lessons to teach us. They connect us to ourselves deep inside. We can learn to express and share our feelings in ways that are safe for everyone. And then we can look inside for our very own rainbow. Crying is like the rain. Yeah. I thought that was just a beautiful book on mindfulness. And she has some lessons at the end about how it came about and that about words have power. And I thought it was just a wonderful book. She is Heather Hawk Feinberg is the counselor, writer, mother, and the founder of Mindful Kids, a nonprofit organization that creates pioneering resources for social and emotional learning. She works with individuals, families, and organizations across the globe. Heather's calling is guiding children and the child inside each of us to discover our voices, access our power, and connect to our knowing this is her debut book. And Camisa Kellogg is an illustrator and fine artist who makes art for children's books, educational publications, and textile design. Camisa's work seeks to highlight the magic and weirdness of everyday life, drawing inspiration from nature, myths and folklore, and the nebulous line between reality and imagination. I like that. Okay. Close that. There I am. All right, you guys. Well, it's behaving so far. Why it kept cutting out those times. Don't need two of me. Hey. Oh, that's the wrong thing to turn off. There. I turned off the wrong thing. I should put those on Stream Beck on buttons, but yeah. Oh well. We still made it through the story. Thank you, Linda. I'm glad you like that. Yeah, Fatima. Doing some mixed media art stuff, drawing, painting thingy. Oh, good. Have stuff to show us on Sunday. The only way that Sunday might be adjusted, and I'd send I'll put a notice in the community tab if that happens, is if Layla and Lachlan come out here, if they end up being out here for Sunday evening dinner with the whole family. I don't know what day we're doing our Christmas with them. But whether we're doing it Sunday afternoon, Sunday morning, who knows? And I know that they're flying back on Monday. Yeah. So that will be fun. But I'll let you know. But for now, I have plans to be here on Sunday night at 6 o'clock for story and art with you guys. And Larry saying hi. I'm glad you guys like those. Those were 3 books that I had checked out on Libby, and I just thought they were just really nice. The illustrations were beautiful. The story themes were beautiful. I just thought that they were a good one. I needed that kind of warm, fuzzy kind of stories. Yeah, warm fuzzy. Do you know what a warm fuzzy is? So warm fuzzy was back in was it in the 80s? I think 80s and early 90s was a kind of a method in classrooms that we used for handing out compliments. And the kids would do, and they would make warm fuzzies, and they were basically pom-poms of yarn. And when you you had something to say nice to somebody, you would give them one of the strings from the pom-poms. And the idea was to try to get, have your pom-pom give away as many as you could, so that and then get back also, but giving warm fuzzies to other people to make them feel better. And it was really really kind of a fun thing. And we would put googly eyes on the warm fuzzies and all kinds of funny things. And there were stories about warm fuzzies and little drawing things about. It was funny. Yes. Hey, hi, Crafty Visage is here. Good to see you, Dawn. Dawn, you're here coming in right toward the end. That's okay. I just got done. I had 3 stories today. They were kind of short stories, but I'll be back on Sunday at 6, like I said. And what was I going to say? The only look in the community. I'll post something in the community tab if I have to change that, if Layla and Lachlan are here for that time. But my plan is right now to be live with stories and to show off the art from you guys. Dawn, what have you been working on? So to send stuff into my pictures of what you're making. If you've got something going on. I was actually out in the studio the other day and was slopping paint around. And then I had my figure drawing class on Wednesday, which was interesting because I'd watched a video on learning to draw figures by starting with a stick figure. And it was by the stick figure didn't have to be straight up and down stick figure. You could look at the shape the person was in, and then you just added the shoulders and legs, and it followed the shape. So I tried that during my figure drawing class, and it was kind of fun. It fit better. Got to understand. I'm in a figure drawing this group in our Blenders group. There's some really fabulous art drawing people. I mean, that really can draw figures and stuff like that. I was like, okay. But so it's good practice though. It gets me moving. Warm fuzzy stories. I'll watch. Thanks, Don. I appreciate that. Yay, Fatima's here. We're going to always look forward to these evenings. Thank you. Building junk journals for a couple of challenges. Have you posted, Dawn? Have you posted videos on those? Because I'll have to go back and watch those. Because junk journals are interesting to me. I don't know if there's something that I want to go down the road of, but I was watching Stanny from Sketchbook School talk about art journaling in a way, and he had a 7-day a 7-day challenge that you could do, and I would but yes, Dawn, we would love to see your things. So to send them, take pictures of them and send them to my email at imagesbygretchen@icloud.com. Have you seen that new email? How they Apple has decided to sort email, like giving you primary, and it's kind of okay, but it also kind of makes me go, what? I've got 3 things to look at now? And you know me, I'm so good. The only time I look at email is on Sunday, practically, to look for you guys' stuff. Oh, yes. It's been a while. Trying to get back in the streaming groove this year. Yay. Get back in the streaming groove. So on my on-camera channel, you guys, my other one came out on Monday of the second week of the series. I actually have them all scheduled for 12 weeks. So there'll be one a week on Mondays in the morning. And then I put out some shorts, and I did my black and white I changed the one from subconscious inspiration, the one that I did a story around that. I took the opening video with that of the black and whites and made it into a short, and I put that over there. So some of those things I've moved over there. But anyway, that's what I've been up to, and it's good to see you guys are up there and drawing. I love drawing with ink and flimsy sticks. Oh, that sounds fun. Who did I see do that? There was something that yeah. Anyway, thank you guys for being here tonight. I needed this. My energy was like, and after Aldo little dog, stress you out. He's, one of those things. But anyway, I've got things ready for Bob's birthday on Saturday. Grandkids are coming into town, and it'll be good. So everybody, I appreciate you being here, and thank you so much for putting up with my back blaze crazies. I think I finally got it to listen to me. Yep, it's still on hold. I don't understand why it's doing what it did, but it's doing it. Okay, everybody. So for now, take care. Have a great rest of your week. Do something creative. And as always, keep looking for the beauty hidden in plain sight. It's all around you. But the first place you'll find it is when you go look in your own mirror. And I will see you on Sunday.
In the heat of the night, we could get lost in all the lights and sounds. Feeling alright, we won't go home, we will just stay here downtown.
You check your email 3 times a day? Oh, gosh.
There in the light in your eyes. Oh, we don't need no black cards. I just need you by my side. We could
Yes.
be
Yay.
famous, running cool.
That would be wonderful.
With a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh. Drop dead gorgeous. Wow. Ooh. You got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous.
Yes, Tamara has shown us the pieces that she's done a long time ago. It's great fun.
Looking like a model, better than the usual. Yeah, you don't even try. Not average or typical. I put you on a pedestal. There's not just stars on the boulevard. They're in the light in your eyes.
Tora, how you doing?
We don't need no black cards.
You made it just in time for your music, girl.
I just need you by my side. We could be shameless.
Tora, I think you'll like the stories today.
Cool. With a love that leaves us weightless. Ooh. Drop dead gorgeous. Wow. Ooh. You got me feeling starstruck too. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous. We could be famous.
Thank you, Fatima. Appreciate that.